In this video, we are going to work on composing and decomposing numbers using various groupings of hundreds, tens, and ones. Second graders are truly ready to dig deeper, demonstrating their understanding of place value. They are building upon what they learned in first grade with numbers within 100, as we dive into numbers within 1,000 here in second grade. So they are really ready to extend their place value understanding to the hundreds place. Students should have ample opportunities to use hands-on manipulatives, such as the base 10 blocks you see here. They might want to use snap cubes or bean sticks, 10 frame cards, anything hands-on that will help them demonstrate their understanding of place value. When they're ready, they can turn these blocks into pictures and represent their thinking with proof drawings. But they should have ample opportunities to actually have the blocks in their hands as they're trading and they're decomposing and composing the numbers. So second graders should be able to understand that 10 tens is equal to 100. So if they pull out 10 10 sticks, they can count by 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. They know how to count by 10, and they should be able to understand that it equals to 100. They should be able to identify that right now they have no hundreds, but they do have 10 tens and 0 ones. They should be able to trade in or compose these 10 10 sticks for a hundreds block, which would then give them 100 0 tens and 0 ones for that hundreds block. At this point, you can also work with students to decompose even more. This is not an efficient way, and you can teach them that vocabulary word, that this is not the most efficient way to represent 100, but you can really help to build their understanding. So you can have them build 100 with ones. So they should know from first grade that 10 ones equals 10, and then they can count by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 ones equals to 100. They should see that they have no hundreds, no tens, but they have 100 ones. This is clearly not an efficient way to represent 100, and students should begin to see that as they pull out their ones blocks and start to build 100. But then you can start composing those ones into tens so that they do understand, oh, I can make it more efficient. And then they would have 0 hundreds, 10 tens, and 0 ones. And then, of course, the most efficient, which would be a 100s block. Then students are ready to really dive into some bigger numbers. The students can decompose and compose tens. Let's try some. So let's pull out 100s block, 6 tens, and 3 ones. We can label it on our place value chart. We have 100, 6 tens, and 3 ones. Let's start by decomposing a 10. We can decompose a 10 and make it into 10 ones. We would need to change our place value chart because we still have 100, but now we have 5 tens. We don't have 3 ones anymore. We have 13 ones. Students should be able to see that we have too many ones. This is not the most efficient way, but we're definitely still equal to 163. You can have them compose those ones back together to put it back into that 10 stick and build 163 again. No matter what, it was still the same value of 163. We just decomposed a 10. You can even have them decompose another 10. So take away another 10 and trade it in for 10 more ones. Again, that would change how many of each block we have. We still have 100, but now we have 4 tens and 23 ones. So Students should also have practiced composing and decomposing hundreds into tens. So let's try a new number. Pull out 4 hundreds, 3 tens, and 8 ones. Let's label it on our place value chart. We have 4 hundreds, 3 tens, and 8 ones. So the value of these blocks is 438. Let's start by decomposing 100. We take 100 and we turn it into 10 tens. That will change what we have in our place value chart. We now have 3 hundreds. We don't have 3 tens. We have 13 tens. And we still have 8 ones. We can decompose another 100 if we want to. And again, it's going to turn into 10 tens. Once again, we need to check our place value chart. We have 2 hundreds blocks. We don't have 13 tens anymore. Now we have 23 tens, and we still have 8 ones because we have not done anything to our ones yet. So let's take a look at what we have. We have decomposed 2 hundreds into 2 groups of 10 tens. Looking down here again at our place value chart, I can see that we have 2 hundreds, we have 23 tens, and 8 ones. Do we still have the same value that we had at the beginning? Let's find out. Second graders should be able to compose everything back together again. So let's do that. So we have, again, our 2 hundreds, 23 tens, and our 8 ones. Let's start by composing 10 tens back into one of our hundreds. Let's change our place value chart. We now have 3 hundreds. We only have 13 tens, not 23 tens, because we took away 10 tens and turned it into 100, and we still have 8 ones. Is there still more to compose back together? Yes, there is. So let's compose this last group of 10 tens. We're going to compose it back into our 100. And let's see how our place value chart changes. We now have 4 hundreds, only 3 tens, and 8 ones. So we still have the same value of 438. Even when we decompose all of those hundreds into all of those tens, we still end up with the same value. In this video, we have worked on composing and decomposing numbers using various groupings of hundreds, tens, and ones.